All right, looks like we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's Stephanie at Stephanie Stitches. And I have a special guest today with me, Sean, from The Guy Who Sews. Say hello to him. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm excited to get to know you a little bit and let the viewers get to know you. Do you want to talk a little bit about your YouTube channel? Because you have one as well.
Yes, and I'm glad you're asking all the questions because I'm usually a man of very few words. Basically, my YouTube channel is a weekly vlog or blog, whatever you want to call it, where I just go through and explain what I've done during the week, the projects that I've done, the fabric that I may have picked up during the week, any notions and that sort of thing there. And it's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed doing it every week.
Awesome. I love your format. I love how you do the podcast and you show the progress on your quilts. And I keep thinking that's great because not only are you showing people because people want to see, but it holds you accountable to like make progress.
That's one of the main reasons I started the channel is it's very easy to get off work at the end of the day and be mentally exhausted and just go, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, or no, I'll do it tomorrow. But now that I have a weekly blog, I've got to do something, so I have something to show each Sunday morning.
Yeah, perfect. No, I think that's great. I think we all tend to kind of do that and procrastinate and say, oh, I could do it tomorrow, and then you get to the end of the week and you don't have anything done. So what a great way to keep up with yourself. Yeah.
Yep. Now I've got all these nice ladies and gentlemen keeping me accountable.
So if you guys don't know, like I said, Sean does have his own YouTube channel. It's great and it's growing. I think when I found him, you only had 20 something subscribers.
Something like that, yeah.
I think you found me actually through Vlogmas, and then I came and found you, but now he's like at 300?
Yes, just over 300 this morning, I think, when I last looked.
Awesome. So he's growing. I did put his channel link in the description box below this video. So you guys go over there, subscribe, give him some love, and you guys can watch him. And the fun thing that I like about your videos is that they're short. So they don't take a lot of time to watch, but I get to see a really quick update of your projects. That's really fun for me.
Yeah, I figured, less than 10 minutes was good for me because there's a lot of us out there. There's you and there's Becca, there's Tiffany, there's so many, Fallon, just a few that I can think of, and there's only but so much time. And I just figure I can get in, I can get out, hopefully you guys can squeeze, 7 or 8 minutes in to watch each week and see what I'm up to.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that it's quick and I can watch them and move on. So that's lovely.
But I record on my phone right now, and I've only got enough memory really to do about 10 or 15 minutes. So that's also another contributing factor. But yeah, I like to keep it short.
That makes sense. So you have an accent.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about where you're from?
Absolutely. I grew up in a small town between Sydney and Brisbane in Australia. I grew up there, and then I moved here to the United States at the end of 2001. So I've been here for over 20 years, but still have the accent.
Okay. So how old were you when you got here?
20. Geez, now I can't remember.
Okay. Still grown though, so that's probably why you
24.
still have the accent. Yeah. Awesome. Do you want to share anything else about your life or our Australia or anything like that?
What sort of thing? I mean,
like how you got started sewing, or?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
How I got started. So, I mean, in Australian schools, you have to do home ec in 7th and 8th grade, whether you like it or not. And I learned absolutely nothing. I could not thread a bobbin. I could not thread the machine. I was a teenage boy. I mean, I went to the class because I was forced to. And if my home ec teacher could see me today that I'm quilting and have a YouTube channel, she probably would fall out of a chair or wherever she is right now. So it's probably best she hasn't seen it. But it was about 8 or 9 years ago, we went to the State Fair of Virginia, and they have different competitions, and one of them was the quilt show. And I saw the quilts there, and I was like, that looks like a lot of fun, and maybe it's something I could try. And apparently I talked about that enough over the next couple of months, because my wife bought me my first sewing machine for Christmas that year. And so
Okay.
I just taught myself here on YouTube, and haven't looked back.
Awesome. That's great. Your wife is a knitter, right? So
Yes,
she was already a crafting person?
she started knitting about 12 months before I started sewing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So was the sewing to give you something to do while she was knitting, or she just thought you were interested?
well, she heard me talk about the quilts at the state fair. I must have talked
Yeah.
about it, 100 times, I guess, because yeah, that Christmas morning there was a sewing machine waiting for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
So, how many quilts have you made? Do you any estimate?
I've lost count. It'll
Lost count.
probably be 30 or 40 at least. I do
Awesome.
a lot of t-shirt quilts.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Friends and family, I've made some, for a fee and so forth.
Yeah.
I'm currently in the process of making one for our bed. I've just got to put the top row on that at some point, and then I can quilt that. But I'm kind of waiting on that because we have a 12-month-old puppy, and she likes to chew.
Oh,
Yes, I don't want to put all that work into a quilt that goes on the bed to find a hole the next morning, because
yeah.
there might be a dog for sale on my next episode.
I don't blame you. I've seen a few pictures recently of quilters on Facebook that are like, help, my dog chewed the quilt. How do I fix it?
Yeah, she does enough
yeah.
of that with the yarn, so.
Aw. Oh. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad we got to hear a little bit about your story and how you started quilting. And today, Sean is going to teach us how to make, he's been making, if you guys go watch his channel and you'll see, he's been making this beautiful bear paw quilt. Are you finished with it? I'm sorry, I didn't watch the latest episode yet.
I've finished all 20 blocks. So now I've got to it's a really nice border using a lot of the same fabrics with the half square triangles around the edge. I've been in the middle of, that's what I was doing last night with So Becca's Live, was putting those together, ironing the pieces and all that sort of stuff there. I haven't had a chance to put it together yet, because I was at the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show today, spending all sorts of money, and seeing all the beautiful quilts there. But you'll probably see a progress update with that quilt next week.
Awesome. Okay, so he is working on that, and so today he's going to show us how to make a bear paw quilt or a block. So I'm super excited for that, because I love stars. Those are my favorite blocks, and I've made quite a few of them, but I've never made a bear paw.
It's a lot easier than you think it is. It's a lot of hassle. If you've done star quilts or star blocks, you'll be able to do a bear paw quilt without too much hassle.
Awesome.
So basically, I've already cut my fabric. You have 16 of the background fabric triangles, which are 2 3/8 inches, and then you need 16 colored triangles, and you can have one color or 2 or 3 or 4 if you want. It's really up to you what you want to do. And then there is also a 2-inch square that goes in the middle. And then for the white, I've already shown you. I'm using white as my background. It's a 2 by 5 inch rectangle, and there's 4 of those which go in the middle of each block. And I should have brought a block up with me to show you as an example, but they're all downstairs. So
That's okay.
But we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Do you have the cutting instructions?
Okay, so if you guys are watching, you want to follow along, the cutting instructions are linked in the description box below. They will send you to my website, stephanies-stitches.com, and it will go right to where you need to get the instructions. But if it doesn't, for some reason, there's a link on top that says Saturdays with Steph, and in there's the information to make this block. And those are all the instructions from Sean.
All right. Sorry, I had to find a couple of the bigger pieces. Oh yeah, there's also 4 of the 3.5-inch squares as well that you use for each corner of the block. But basically, you grab your background fabric, triangle, and the color that you're going to use, you put them together, and then using a 1/4-inch seam, just sew it along the long edge. I haven't done geometry in many years, so I don't know what, I forget what the technical term is for it. And I apologize in advance if my machine is loud.
Grace.
I hope you can see okay. This is my first live, so if I still seem a little uneasy or awkward, that's why.
That's all right.
And I am not nearly as fast as Stephanie or Becca either, so.
So you're going to go on live with us next Friday, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be fun.
Yes. I have my charm pack selected already, and then I'm finalizing what I'm going to do with the rest of it. So I keep going back and forth between different ideas. So
yeah,
but I do need at some point just to bite the bullet and come up, stick with something.
and pick one. Yeah.
Have you got something in mind? Not that you don't. Yeah, you don't have to tell us what
I
it is.
have the fabric picked out. I'm gonna use a charm pack of line work from Tula Pink. I've had it kind of in my stash for a while and haven't known what to do with it. But I don't know on my pattern yet. I got to figure that out still.
Yeah. Yeah, the hard part for me with that is she was saying she wanted to have it mostly completed during the time frame, and
Yeah.
I'm slow. Like mine might end up being like a baby-sized quilt or something. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have to cut it during the time frame because I cut very slow.
Sorry?
I said I'm glad I don't have to cut it during the time frame because I cut very slow.
Yeah. No, I'm going to pre-cut mine too, because otherwise you'll just be sitting there watching me cut fabric for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I did get one of those fancy dancy Martelli rotary cutters today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those people were, the Martelli stand at the quilt show was very, very busy, and they were all out of right-handed versions, and they had one left-handed, one left, and thankfully I'm a lefty, so
okay.
It was just meant, I guess it was meant to be.
That's nice. Yeah, my daughter's a lefty too, so I had to buy her a left-handed one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've seen Becca use it for on her her lives, and it just seems so easy, and I was like, you know what, I want to try one of those out and see what happens.
Yes, they're very, very sharp though. Be careful.
Yeah, I've noticed that so far. So what colors are you doing the Bear Paw along with us?
I am. I'm sewing what you're working on right now, putting those together. I chose some grunge. I used a gray and a blue grunge.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
I just used some solids. I had some extra laying around. I thought it'd be a fun way to use that up. But I'm a big fan of using scraps whenever I can.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a picture of it and show it at some point. But I made a quilt last year for a friend of mine with big crayons that was made out of all scrap fabric.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, that was a lot of
really
fun.
Pretty.
Yeah. I'll have to post a picture of that somewhere so you can all see it. All right. I probably should be watching the chat, but I'm also trying to concentrate on this.
No, that's okay. You go ahead and sew. Becca's here and Tiffany's here, and they're talking about, Becca was saying how Tiffany's going to cream us all, so it doesn't matter. She is the fastest sewer I've ever known.
Yeah.
She's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But she said that she's not going to cut until she comes to live, but she'll still probably beat us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just amazes me how you guys can use the, like your Black Beauty machine or the Juki that Becca has, and so quickly. Like mine would look like it was attacked by some sort of drop bear or something like that. All right. I'm almost done.
Yeah, Becca said that Tiff has done like 700 quilts in 5 years.
Good gravy.
I know.
Yeah,
we want to be her when we grow up.
Yeah. No, that is amazing. Yeah, like I couldn't even fathom doing even close to that much in my lifetime. I mean, my goal is to get 10 done this year, so
that's a good goal. That's attainable for sure.
Well, I did, I think, 6 last year and 5 the year before. So I figure, well, since I have the channel now, I might as well go ahead and set the bar just a little higher, but not too high where it's unattainable.
Yeah. And you'll find that each year you'll be able to do more and more.
Yeah. All right.
Tiffany said she's sewing right now, but slowly because she's using Minky. But I have a feeling her slow is probably our fast.
Right, exactly. Hey, it doesn't really matter how fast or slow you are, as long as it gets done at some point.
That's right. That's right. As long as we finish.
Yep. So there. Oh,
I'm here for the fun. You must have missed the beginning when he was talking about it, but Sean is from Australia.
Yep. All right. Yep. Grew up there, moved here 20 years ago, still have the accent. I need to bring the scissors. Oh, that's not good. I need to run and get some scissors real quick, Steph. So I'll be back in just like 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So if you guys have any questions for Sean, put them in the chat below and put them at Stephanie Stitches so I can see them and I can ask him for you guys if you're curious about anything. Or if the moderators that are here, I know Becca's here and Tiff's here. I'm not sure who else is here. I think I saw Teresa, maybe not. But anyway, or you can let the moderators know and they can tell me to ask him a question.
All righty. I has returned. All right, so once you are done sewing the half square triangles together, you can go ahead and cut off the dog ears and then you can press them. And I suggest pressing it towards your darker side, whatever that is.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing right now. And if you want to finger press it, that's fine. I've used the iron and I've also finger pressed some of the blocks, and I don't notice a whole big difference in most of the situations. So it's really up to you.
Okay.
All right.
Becca put in really big letters, yes, press to the dark side.
Press to the dig. I see that. I have the chat loaded on my laptop, which is next to me, but if I'm sewing, I can't see it.
No,
But
it's okay.
why I'm trimming in that, I can see it. I just haven't got time to type back to anybody. I don't
Okay.
know how Becca does it as a one-woman show. It just gives me a whole new level of respect for her and everybody else.
Yeah, it can be difficult to watch the chat and sew at the same time and teach at the same time. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, so we have one question for you. Is your wife also from Australia?
no, she is American. She's from Virginia.
Okay.
We met online back in 2000.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, we dated for about 18 months, and then we decided, let's go ahead and get married. And she trained to be a history major, English minor teacher, and we figured it was a lot easier for me to come over here and get a job, since I did customer service, than it was for her to go to Australia, and because there wasn't much call for US history teachers in Australia for obvious reasons.
Yeah, there wouldn't be. Okay,
So,
that's cool.
yeah.
Do you miss Australia?
Sometimes. I mean, I miss the food sometimes, but I've been here so long now. It's almost like a second home.
Yeah. So here's a question: yes or no, Vegemite?
Absolutely.
Yeah. My husband loves Vegemite.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yes,
Well,
he does.
I'm definitely a fan of his now. I see Peggy was saying that that the feature on the sewing machine for cutting the thread once you're done, I didn't know it was on there for the longest time myself. My sister was using it when she was here sewing with me, because she quilts a little bit too, and that's something we love to do together when she comes to visit, is we make a quilt together.
That's
And
nice.
she was sitting there doing this, and I was like, what are you doing? So yeah, I didn't know myself until she showed me.
That's funny.
Yeah, I felt so silly. I was like, I should have seen that.
Okay, let's see. Laura Miller said, do either of you gravitate to certain colors when thinking about a particular pattern or quilt you want to make?
Yes. I like bright colors.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely a bright color fan. And I seem to like a lot of contrast in what I do as well.
So bright is like in rainbow, or?
It depends. It depends on the pattern and everything else. But yeah, if I can incorporate a rainbow into something, I definitely will.
Okay. I gravitate a lot towards blues or pastels. Probably the only color I really don't like to use is brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I tend to use a lot of purple, because the people I make quilts for seem to all like purple.
Okay.
All right.
Linda said, do you cut the triangles first before sewing them together?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I've done it both ways, where you can do the what is it? You draw a line down the middle, and then you sew a 1/4 inch on each side. Yep. I follow what the pattern tells me. This pattern specifically said to cut triangles first before sewing them together, so that's what I'm doing here.
Gotcha.
I do like the other way, where you draw a line and do 1/4 inch on each side. I think that's fun. It's a lot easier. But I figure if the pattern tells you to do it a certain way, it's probably best to do it that way, because otherwise it may not fit together with everything else in the block.
Very true. Very true.
But I could be wrong. I am not the the specialist of all this.
No, usually it's best to follow the pattern. Although that bag pattern that Becca had last night, they left out a few instructions, but she managed to get through it. So that was awesome.
Yeah, I attempted to make a wallet for my wife a few years ago, and that pattern had quite a bit missing. It seems, yeah, it's not the first time I've heard of a bag pattern not being
Yeah.
as friendly as it could have been.
Yeah.
Most
Here's a question for you. They said, other than rotary cutter, ruler, clips, pins, iron, pressing mat, and cutting mat, what is the one notion you cannot live without? Your scissors?
That's because I brought everything upstairs to do this live tonight instead of my normal sewing room. And yeah, I brought up the pins and I use clips almost exclusively. Very rarely use pins, but yeah, I was like, I brought everything else up there and I was like, I forgot the scissors. So yeah, when I saw that question, I was like, that's easy. All right.
Peggy said, hi, Sean, I'm 81 and you're teaching me.
Oh, very nice.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Jackie wants to know what brand of machine you're sewing on.
I am using a Brother. It's a XL 2600. It was it's a cheaper machine. I think it was like $80 or $90 from Amazon, but I use it for all my piecing. I love it. That's what I started on. It's what I'm still using. I do have a Benina that I use for quilting, and I've got a one of the really nice Sew Steady extension tables for that. So I do my quilting on that, but the piecing I do on the Brother.
Okay. Do you do all your own quilting?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm a stitch in the ditch guy.
Okay.
But I am going to branch out and do my own free motion very soon. As I was telling Stephanie beforehand, I did buy some like a ruler foot and some rulers so I can start practicing with that and then go from there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to branch out into free motion very, very soon. I'm probably going to start with this block that we're making tonight, just put some stuff on the back and then just practice on something small before doing anything huge.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect way with like orphan blocks to practice.
All right, so what you do next is with 4 of your, I'm doing in the pairs, you do 4 like this. I'm sorry, I'm trying to show the camera and it's not really working. It is my first day doing this.
No worries.
So put four pairs like that together. And I've already done that. I was naughty and got ahead of myself. And then make sure I do this right. And then 4 more this way.
Okay.
4 more pairs. And that should take care of all the ones that you have.
Okay. So another question that came through for you is, do you have a favorite fabric designer?
Not really. I mean, I go more for the fabric than I do for a designer. Mm-hmm. I like a lot of timeless treasure fabrics. If I had to pick one, that's probably one of them. I did see another channel who is very, very new the other day who was using a lot of Allison Glass fabric, and that stuff looks fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have not seen any of their stuff in my local stores.
Okay.
So
when you said, the first thing I thought of when you said you like bright fabrics was Allison Glass, because that's what she does. Mm-hmm. Her stuff is so pretty.
Yeah, that's something I definitely have to look into sourcing. Is that something you sell?
No, I don't sell Allison Glass. Yvette does in her shop.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll have to check that out.
But it's very pretty.
Yes. All right. So who else is doing this along with us in the chat? If you let us know if you.
Yeah, if you guys are doing this along with us. I know a couple people are because they asked about sizes of different things and all that. So
Yeah, I mean, I think you can make it bigger or smaller if you want, but this was the sizing that I knew.
yeah.
And I've already done it 20 times. So I actually accidentally left the pattern. I haven't got the pattern here with me. I'm doing this all from memory. So you know, which
Well, you've
is
made
fine.
quite a few of these.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for weeks now. So I mean, if I don't remember it by now, there's something wrong. Just making sure I get these the right way.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Becca. She said thumbs up for us.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a design wall or design board in your normal sewing space?
No, I don't have room. I do not have the wall space.
Okay. I didn't think so because you have the fish tank behind you where you sew, right?
Yes, yeah, because I'm in the dining room. I took over the dining room table, dining room. It's also my office because I currently work from home.
Okay.
So it's a shared space. But yeah, I mean, I looked around and there really is no space really anywhere in the house to put a design wall. But I'm a pretty visual person, so I think I don't really. It's not. I've gone this far without one, or even not. I didn't even know they existed until a few months ago. So
yeah,
I think I'll be okay without them. So yeah, once you put the two little triangle things together, you can go ahead and sew a 1/4 inch. Sew them together. And so that's what it'll look like if we're somewhat close to it. All right, and is that?
so we're doing 2 this way, right?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
4 that way. Are you using all the same color?
Oh, yeah, all the same color. So 4 that way.
Yes, 4 that way. Yeah, I'm using 2 different colors. So
okay.
Yeah, so 4 one way and 4 the other.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, when I first bought this kit, I was a little intimidated by the Bear Paw Block, but having done it, it's super easy. And I was thinking about that question too. Someone asked earlier about the one accessory I couldn't live without. It'd have to be the seam ripper.
Oh yeah.
Like I would give up clips before I gave up my seam ripper.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. That is a very important tool.
Yes. It's always my wife knows that if I have the seam ripper, now is not the time to talk and ask me questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen shirts that said like, if you see the seam ripper in my hand, now is not the time.
Like walk away, walk away.
Yeah. Yeah. I use that thing more than I care to count. Yeah, I'm definitely got to check out a vet store for the Allison glass.
That fabric is really nice.
It almost,
even though there's pattern on her fabrics, it almost seems like it reads like a solid because the patterns kind of blends in with the fabric, with the color. So
yeah. Yeah, I looked for it today at the quilt show, but it didn't seem like anybody had it.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it was a long shot, you know, because there's so many designers out there and
Yes.
all that stuff. But
Oh, you're making me very excited to go to a quilt show, though.
yes, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I went because
Yeah.
I went in 2019 and then I didn't go in 2020 and then they didn't have one last year. So
Yeah.
when I heard it was coming back, I was like, I have to go, and it's only 20 minutes up the road for me. So all right, so that's done. Oh, hang on, I might have done that one backwards. That's not good. Okay, let's see what mess I've got myself into. Okay, that's good.
Nothing that can't be undone, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I left my seam ripper downstairs. So.
Oh no.
All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Do I have 2 of those? Yes. Oh, no, looks like I'm okay. All right.
Hello, Katie from the UK. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, they're here late. That's what, 10:30 p.m. there?
Pretty late, yeah.
Yeah, they're 5 hours ahead of us here on the East Coast. All right, so for the ones that look like this, you're going to get your white 2 3/4 inch square pieces. And where in the dickens did I? Oh, did I not make those? Oh, that's not good. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good at all.
That's okay. We can wait till you get some fabric.
Yeah, I'm about to run downstairs and. Did I not cut that? No, I didn't. I am so unprepared.
Okay, you were gone at a quilt show all day today.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done this on the same day. Yeah.
No worries. It'll give me time to catch up to you.
Okay. All right. I'll be back in a minute. Entertain yourselves.
Thank you, Tiffany, for putting that in the chat. The all the sizes are there on my website. I know somebody was asking about one of the squares. I don't have that information right in front of me because Sean gave me the sizes and I put them up there and kind of forgot. Where was the Atlantic Quilt Show? I don't know. Somewhere in Virginia. Becca might know. She's in the chat. I know Sean is in Virginia as well. So it couldn't have been. It had to have been somewhere in Virginia because he said it was only 20 minutes from his home. Oh, maybe he forgot to give those to us. I think he said they're 2 3/8, but let's wait till he comes back and ask him. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong measurement. Anyone participating in Sew Expo? I can't afford classes, but I may just register for vendor presentations. There's actually going to be one around me that I'm going to attend because my guild is going to have a booth there, and they're going to be raffling off this beautiful quilt that a few of the ladies in the guild made. So I'm going to be there for that because I signed up for a shift to work and sell raffle tickets. And I'm also going to walk around and see I like going to see all the fun new products that maybe I don't know about, and, spend money that I don't need to, and just to see all the beautiful quilts. So yeah, that's coming up here in Ohio in April. I believe it starts April 7th. So I'm going to end up going to that Sewing Expo. Yes. I thought he said 2 3/4 as well, but I don't know if it's that or 2 3/8. So let's wait till he comes back, because some of the measurements said 2 3/8. So I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. That could be correct though.
All right.
Okay. They're asking me what the measurement was for the corner squares. I couldn't remember what you said. I'm sorry.
The corner squares that I'm about to attach, they're 2 inches.
2 inches. Okay.
Yeah, 2-inch squares. That's the ones I forgot to cut.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the 4 pairs that you've sewn together that look like this, you're going to attach the 2-inch square to that.
Okay.
So, like so. I'm excited you guys are doing this along with me.
Oh yeah. Looks like there's quite a few because we've had a lot of questions, which is awesome.
Yes. Yeah, so you should have 4 like that. All right. Come here. Want to say hi to everybody?
Oh, hi, puppy.
Say hello.
Aww. Which one is this?
This is Finley.
Hi, Finley. Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, she is our Dachshund Beagle mix.
Okay.
And she just turned 12 months a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, is she the chewer?
Yes, she is the chewer. Yeah, every time you see me unwinding yarn on my podcast, she is the one that's responsible.
Oh.
Bandit, our long-haired dachshund, used to do that, but thankfully he has outgrown that, or hasn't been given the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Oh, she's cute.
Yeah, no, she's a good girl most of the time. But yeah, she wanted to come up and see what I was doing, so I was like, well, I'll pick her up and show it to everybody, because people do ask me about her. There was one episode I didn't have Finley in the video, and they told me they missed her.
Aw.
So yeah, just sewed a 2-inch square onto the 4 panels that I showed you.
Now, did you work from home before all this pandemic? Is that new for you?
No, it was just they were actually in the middle of testing our systems to see if we could work from home, like during like hurricanes or snowstorms, something like that, snowstorms, so forth. And then right in the middle of this testing, like we're doing a couple of days a week at home, the pandemic hit, and so. But it was good that we were pretty much prepared for it.
Yeah, that kind of worked out really well.
Yeah. And I mean, we can do our job from home just as easily as we can from the office. So
yeah.
Because we're basically a call center, but they have our phones go through the internet. So I mean, we can take calls from wherever we are. And it's nice because now if I go home to Australia for a vacation, I can log on and work and extend my time down there.
Okay.
I'd have to work at like from 10 p.m. to like 4 o'clock in the morning, but if it gives me a chance to stay here a bit longer, then I think it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any plans to go back over anytime soon?
Probably not for another year or so.
Okay.
Ticket prices are still expensive,
Yeah.
but I do have a baby nephew I have never met because he was
Aw.
born in December of 2020.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll have to get down and see him at some point. So if the other 4, it should look like this.
Okay.
And then you'll just attach it to the side of one of your blocks. And this is where you, like when I was using the, like for the, what I've been doing on my episodes, it was hard. This part to me was the hardest part because I had to try and match the shade of green or blue or yellow or whatever. But tonight, because I'm just using a solid color, I can just use whatever I want. So it's
A little easier. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm spoiled right now. And I always found that once we got to this part here, you're very close to being done. It doesn't feel like it, but we're well over halfway. Oh, hang on, that's not right.
Going slow to make sure I'm doing this the right way. I think I am so far.
I mean, do you want to pick it up and show us just to?
I have this attached this way. Did I attach that on the right?
Yes. Yep, that's
Okay.
correct.
All right. I don't know why, but it was feeling backwards to me.
It does. Until you've done it a bunch of times, it will feel super weird.
Yeah.
And you'll sit there and doubt yourself. So I understand that totally.
Yep.
What's going on here?
Okay, a couple of people asked me what I was making. I'm making the Bear Paw Block with Sean. I'm so excited. I've never made one of these.
I know, it's just surprising. I figured you guys have been quilting for a while, would have all made these by now.
You know what it is? I think I gravitate towards certain blocks and kind of just make those all the time, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense. And I think I've just been lucky that like I bought all these kits 3 or 4 or 5 years ago when they were cheap, and one was like a star pattern and this one was a bear paw, and it's just given me a chance to try different things.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't necessarily go out and do myself. And I'll be so happy when that quilt's finally done, because I mean I've been working on that for 5 years.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Like I'd pull it out in January and I'd do a block or 2 and then I'd put it away, and then the next January I might do a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited that it's the blocks are done.
Yeah.
And you guys will keep me accountable to make sure it gets finished. All right. So you should have, it should look like this.
Okay. Oh, was I not supposed to put the top piece on yet?
Sorry, we have not put the
Was
top
I not
piece
supposed
on.
to put the top piece on yet?
That's the next step. So if you've already done
Oh.
that, that's fantastic.
On one. I got 3 more, but
Yep.
there's one. Oh, that's cute. I love it.
Yes, no, that looks fantastic. So
Great.
see, if you're faster than me, you know, you can do what Stephanie just did, but basically you'll have this here and then attach the top part like so. And then you can use as many or as few clips as you like. I usually put one right here in this corner and then one at the edge. But if you want to use more or less or none at all, whatever works for you. All right.
You're right. Now that we're doing this, this is really fun. I like this vlog.
Yes. It's a lot more fun than you expected when you first see it.
It does look intimidating because of all the little pieces, but
yeah. I think I counted it once. I think I mentioned it in one of my episodes. It's like 40 some pieces, but it goes together pretty quick. I see Margie enforces if they let me in. I think I'm good because I am an Australian citizen, but yeah, I'm not planning on going down there probably till next year at least.
they just open the borders though, as long as you're vaccinated, correct?
I think so. Yeah, and there was always different rules for us as an Australian citizen. I think because I reside here in the US, I think I was able to come and go as I needed to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I think there was at one point there was like I had to get an exemption if I wanted to take my wife because she's not.
Okay.
So thankfully I've had no reason to go. I told everybody they had to stay healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've been very thankful that's been the case. But yeah, for the longest time they had the 2-week hotel quarantine, which was about $2,500 that you had to pay once you got
Ouch.
there. They lifted that, I think, 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
But then I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. She went home to the Philippines 3 or 4 weeks ago, and she had to do a quarantine.
Oh.
And they lifted that like right when she was done.
Oh, geez. Figures, right?
Like, you couldn't have timed that worse if you tried.
Right. Oh, goodness. Catherine said, Stephanie stitches are all your sections blue. What a shock. Yep. They know I like blue.
Hey, whatever works, you know. I think we all gravitate to something, whether it's a certain color or a collection of colors.
Yeah. Yeah, actually the claws are blue and then the center is like a grayish blue.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see pictures of the ones that anybody's making.
Yes. Sean is on Facebook and Instagram. So if you guys go on there, are you the guy who sews on both?
Yes.
Okay. So if you guys go on there and post a picture, you can tag him and then he can see your pictures or he can see your blocks.
That'd be fun. Because I'd like to see the different colors because I've only ever really seen the ones that I've made.
Yeah.
And I don't think I saw any bear paw quilts at the quilt show today either.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I think I would. I really think I would have paid attention to that.
Yeah, especially since you just made all those. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I didn't see any. Yeah, I was watching something. I was looking at the QuiltCon thing the other day, and they were talking about the temperature quilts. They had a display there, which would have been fun to see because I made one of those 5 years ago with my sister, and that's a fun project.
Yeah, that's a big commitment.
It is. Yeah, because it was the fun thing for us though was that like I made one with the temperatures here and the city here in Virginia, and then she did one of her town in Australia. So all my reds and that were in June, July, and August, and then her reds and so forth were all in January, February, and December.
Oh yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Huh.
Yeah, that is a fun project to do one day if you. But it is a lot of planning because you have to get all these different color fabrics. Like I started off with a jelly roll, and then I had to run over to my local quilt store. It carried the cone of cotton that I needed because I ran out of certain colors.
Yeah.
So if I was ever to do it again, I would just go buy a quarter yard of each color, and then I'd be set.
How did you do it? Did you do it like in 10s, like 80 to 90 degrees, 70 to 80, or how did you do yours?
No, I'm not that. I like to do things complicated. I did it in 2-degree increments.
Oh wow! Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I started off at, and I was doing wind chill temperatures in the winter, and then heat index in the summer.
Okay, wow.
I'm trying to get myself a bigger range because the jelly roll I had I think 42 different colors.
Okay.
And so I just based it off that. I did 42 and then just did 2-degree increments. I mean, it's a beautiful quilt, and I'll have to
Oh, I'm
grab
sure.
a picture of the one that I made for my sister. And I mean, I would definitely do that again at some point.
Yeah.
So you should have a 2-inch piece of fabric that's a color, probably. I think I put that in the description.
Mm-hmm.
You'll sew that to one of the, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually just go ahead and do it now. I just sew it to one of the 2x5s that you should have left. You should only have the 2x5 background and this one piece that's 2x2. Because this will be the part that goes in the middle, basically. And then it's just going to be, you'll grab another one of the 2x5s and put it in between. It's got to go in between like here and here. And then eventually it will go with the other. Jeez, I've got to do it the right way. It'll end up looking like that. All right. All right, did I? No, I don't want that. Yep, so sew that on. And the nice thing about this is you can do like a chain of them. So
Yeah.
We'll be done in like 5 minutes, which is great. Stephanie's probably done already.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah, so I put the 2 through like that, and then I grabbed my other piece that I had a second ago with the little center dot. I then grabbed the other remaining piece of fabric and stitched that on, so that way the center part is completely done.
This for the people assembling at home and for me. All the claws go towards the outside, right?
Yes, that is correct. So you should have 2 that look like this now.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll just simply attach the other one to the other side of the 2x5, and you'll do that for the other one as well. Okay. Okay. Almost. And again, I use 1 clip, but you can use more if you want. I know my friend Becca likes to use lots of clips.
101.
I thought it was 102.
Yeah, the first time was 101, then 102.
All right. So you should have 2 of these. And this nice strip in the middle. And then what you'll do is just simply attach the strip to the middle. And then once you do that, you'll attach the other side, and then you are all done. And you'll have yourself a beautiful bear paw block. And this is my first tutorial, so I hope I did okay.
You did great. I've almost got a block together, so
Yes.
you taught me something.
Oh, nice. I'd like to do some tutorials on the channel. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So, I mean, this was a great way to, you know, get my feet wet and give it a go.
And it's easier doing them filmed because you can always edit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you it's so much different doing it this way.
Yeah.
Because when I record my podcast, there's quite a few times I probably start and restart, and at least 4 or 5 times. So you don't see all the bloopers. I delete those.
Yeah.
I saw somebody did a bloopers reel on their channel last year, and I was like, that is some fun. But yeah, that's not going to happen with me.
Yeah, me either. Because usually if I have something like that, it's because I'm blubbering when I talk.
And it's so easy to do.
Yep.
But where I got I don't think I told you this, but where I got the idea from to do the podcast the way I do is my wife watches a lot of knitting podcasts, and they go longer than what mine are. But I basically saw their format and thought, that'd be really good for quilting.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their knitting people will do acquisitions, works in progress, finished objects, and these podcasters actually finish projects. And that's why I was like, well, maybe I should start a channel and then I can finish some projects.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about your channel, because I feel like I should do that because it would make me accountable to finish things.
Hey, if you want to, I think people would love it.
Yeah. Well, if I start something on a video, if I don't finish it, I definitely get people asking. So it does make me finish things.
Right. And I'm glad I have people there to say, hey, we want to see what you finished. And
yep.
All right. Do-do. All right. And I really appreciate the opportunity to do this, Stephanie, because it's going to make next Friday not nearly as terrifying.
Very, yeah. No, I was, and if you talk to Becca, she'll tell you I was exactly in your position when I started sewing with her, because I am the introvert of introverts.
No, that's me.
And
it's interesting, like you guys were talking about that last night. It's like there's so many of us, like Becca was saying she's introverted, you are, I am. It's, it's so weird that, us introverts are getting out there and doing this.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the president of my local quilt guild asked me to speak a few weeks ago, and I did. And I told her, I was like, I don't know if I can do it. She's like, but you have a YouTube channel. I'm like, yeah, but even though I can see that there's people in the chat and they're talking to me, they're not staring at me, right?
Right, exactly.
So I think it's a little bit easier for us shy introverts to do YouTube because you don't have people looking at you.
Yeah, that's the only reason I can do it. If I had to sit there and physically stand in front of a group of people, it wouldn't happen. The last time I did that was at a funeral, and it was not. Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't
well, that's the worst way to have to do it.
For many reasons. So.
Yeah.
But this is my completed block.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I like that you did the two different colors. That's neat.
Yeah. And you can do 2 different colors, 4 different colors, one, whatever suits you. It's such a versatile block, and it looks scary, but it like, as you guys that are doing it can see, it's not scary at all.
No, it's not, and I really love it. Here's mine.
Oh, very nice. I love that.
Thank you. It came out so nice. Thank you so much for showing us how to do this.
Oh, not a problem. I like how you did it with the different interior color to the actual claws, I guess.
Yeah, the one in here is the same color as the claws. So
yeah, I'm talking about the bigger squares.
The bigger square. Yeah.
No, it looks
I thought
great.
I'd make the claws darker, since claws are like the scary part of the bear.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And something like that might be good for you to use. You could use some of that brown that you never use.
That's true. Although I don't know if that would convince me. I'm not a brown girl.
You're not a Browns girl and you live near Cleveland?
I know they're not worth rooting for, at least not lately.
I don't blame you.
So it's funny because where I live, there's the Cleveland Browns, and then there's a lot of Steelers fans because we're not that far from Pittsburgh. But then this year, because the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, because they're also an Ohio team, so we had all kinds of football going on.
Yeah, I'm not a football fan, but yeah, I know enough to get myself out of trouble.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we're all done. I don't want to keep Sean for too long because he's been gone all day, so he's probably ready to just relax.
Yep, and then I'll have to hop up in the morning and record my podcast and
Yep.
Get that ready because I haven't even started that yet. So
I hear you.
But I want to.
So don't forget that next Friday, Sean's going to be on Becca's channel with myself, him, Becca, of course, I believe Tiffany, I think Teresa Louise, and Ian, and we're all going to do the Charm Pack Challenge. So that's going to be a ton of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to get to talk to a lot of us, and we're really excited to all sew together. So can't wait for that. And then don't forget to check out Sean's channel. The link for his channel is in the description box below this video. And then tomorrow, your podcast comes out on Sundays, correct?
Yeah, I usually post them, around. As long as I wake up on time, it should be out around 9 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, so his new video will be up tomorrow, but go back and check out his old ones too, because you'll get to. He did Vlogmas. So he's got a bunch of videos during the month of December, and then he's done the podcast every week now for a while, and they're great. You guys need to check them out. And don't forget to subscribe to him because it doesn't cost you guys anything, but it really helps him out.
Now, if you do watch the first one, please understand that I was very, very nervous, and it's not indicative. I've gotten a whole lot better since then.
Oh yeah, he has. I can tell you that. So if you're looking for the fabric requirements for this block, there is a link again in the description box below because I saw a couple of you asking. It goes to my website and it has all the fabric requirements that Sean gave me right on there. And if you need any help doing the block, this video will still be up later after we're done and you can come back and watch. So as you can see from Sean's block and my block, came out great. I love it. So tomorrow, my next block for the Mystery Spring Quilt Along drops at 8 a.m. So look out for that. And we'll see you guys real soon, Sean, tomorrow and all of us next Friday.
Sounds good. All right.
Thanks again, Sean. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Have a good night.